Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. Today I'm lucky enough to get a special look at the Spark Toys Alpha Pack, the ST01. This is Spark Toys' first venture and it's their interpretation of the War Within Optimus Prime. And it is glorious. This is on loan from the guys over at Luna Toy Store and it is a pre-production sample. Instantly, I'm impressed. Considering this is their first product, they have gone into the third-party wars swinging wildly. Plastic is comparable to the likes of Make Toys and Fans Toys. There is no die cast in this at all, but it still has heft. We have some rubber. I think it's rubber or very soft plastic being used on the tyres there. The levels of detailing and paint applications are absolutely sublime. It looks fantastic. Now, of course, this is based on the War Within Optimus Prime. That was in the Dreamwave comics, I believe it was, in 2002. But we didn't get the actual toys for the War Within line until 2006. Which is when Hasbro gave us the Titanium series, and we got Optimus Prime, and we also got him again in 2007 as part of a 2-pack with Megatron. Now, the comic itself was written by Simon Furman, and these characters and the artwork was created by Don Figueroa. That man is a genius. I love his work. His character creations are absolutely fantastic. They have literally captured the comic and the artwork down to a T. From these uplifting exhaust thrusts him along, to the gun storage on the back, to the piping on the back of the legs. Love the shielded area over these wheels here. Going on the underside, we have very, very minimal bot visibility, but high levels of detailing. There aren't many companies that will give you this level of detailing on the underside of a vehicle. I know a lot of you were asking me about scale. This is how he scales up alongside MP10. He has got some extreme width and girth to him. He really does look like he's prepped for war. And lengthwise, he is just a nose longer than MP10. Now, I already had this product on order. I saw Kuma Styles' video of the early prototype, and I absolutely loved the look of it. Now, I was hoping that it was going to turn out to be as good as it looked. And thankfully, it really is. It's money well spent. The wheels all roll nice and smoothly, although I do have a very, very bumpy Cybertronian surface here. Still managed to get a lot of traction on there without damaging any of the paint applications on the underside there. I love this clear cockpit area as well. Looks glorious. Now, Prime comes with two weapons. He has his rifle, which has this red peg on the back here, which allows it to slide down into this top section on the back. We can just flip that down. It's a very nice representation of his rifle, again made of a very solid plastic. Nice grey colouring there. Love all of these holes on the top here. Makes it look powerful. Now, we also get an axe that comes with it as well. I'm not sure how we store the axe on the vehicle mode. I imagine it can be stored. Unfortunately, because this is a pre-production, there aren't any instructions, so I'm kind of fiddling my way through. Hence, it's taken me a day to get the review out because I wanted to have a good play with it. But I haven't quite figured out how to store the axe in vehicle mode. The axe itself does unfold and then unfolds again. That looks glorious. I love the look of that. It's actually pretty sharp as well. Again, nice paint applications on there. Lovely little accents. Just bringing out the levels of detailing. Now, as gorgeous as the alt mode is, and it really is, let's face it, none of us are going to display him in his vehicle mode. We're going to display him in his bot mode. So let's get him transformed. I'm going to start off by just untabbing these arm sections. They're tabbed in either side of these red parts, and the red parts themselves untab from the legs. unfold these hip skirt sections, untabs from the top here, bring that down, fold that underneath, tab that in, bring that down to the leg. We can now untab the legs and slide them down on both sides. Untab the feet. The body is on a really nice ratcheting torso, so you slide the body up, rotate it around, and there's this tab here and this tab here. They're going to line up. And lock into place. Come around to the shoulder, unhinge this down, bring the arm round, swivel this section around to the back. That allows us to tab this shoulder section into the side of the wheels, securing that into place. Bring the arm out, rotate the lower bicep, flip open the side, rotate out the hands, and close that back off. And rotate the hands around. Untab the cockpit section, that lifts up. Love all the lower detailing in there as well. The fact that they've detailed underneath the cockpit, that is superb. You can pop this joint up here, it's just tabbed in at 2 places. This back section comes up and folds down. As you're folding that down, bring this section up through the middle, up and over. Compress this section down, compress this down, and as we bring this, that's going to pull the prime head up. That's going to lock underneath these 2 tabs here, and then we can just pull the prime's neck up, locking the head into place. And here he is, all transformed up. Doesn't he look glorious? That is a fantastic representation of the War Within Optimus. Incredibly accurate and very true to the comic. Love the look of it. Fantastic. Having him in hand transformed up into his bot mode, do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the feel and kind of aesthetic of Cybertron or Galaxy Force Optimus Prime. He's got that feel to him. And now that's a good thing. He was one of my favourite Optimus Primes when I was in my early teens. It's a great figure. It really was. Should never have sold him. He's got that feel to him, he's got that vibe, he's got that high level of detailing, something we've been missing from some other third parties on the market. I love that head sculpt, and there is a small paint imperfection on the head, but bear in mind this is a pre-production sample, just down the front there. Love that. Definitely been working out. Look at that chest. Some rock hard silver abs there. Love the big shoulder pads. I like how they can move as well. There was a lot of inconsistencies in the comics. The shoulder pads always seem to be at the back or at the front or at the side. And they've given us the option to turn them as we see fit, which I think is fantastic. Going down to the legs. Really nice. Not without its flaws. This section does come down and tab at the back here, so it locks all this into place. I'd like something at the base here, maybe just to plug this back section in as well, just to finish it off. But as it is, it's not going to move anywhere because it is locked in at the back of the neck. It's just something very, very small, very minute, and as it's their first figure, I think this is going to be a learning curve, but just something on the back there, maybe just a peg that folds down behind here to tab in the base here, just to tidy up. But as it is, he has a very, very minimal backpack, very small back kibble. I've chosen to store the weapons on the back here for now. We can slide open the chest, and we've got a lovely little matrix of leadership stashed away in there as well. Just really badass about it, isn't there? He's just got that really aggressive pose, like he's had enough of Megatron, and now it's going to stop, he's going to finish it. This guy has sneaked up into my top Optimus Prime figures that I own. He's definitely up there with the M01 Evasion Optimus. This is outstanding, I love it. This guy has so much articulation on him, it's scary. He can do some phenomenally dynamic poses. For a big guy, that's impressive. The head goes up and down. I would have liked a little bit more range on the neck there. I think it's just how the ball is sunken. It can't quite get a huge range looking up. You can go down. Got left and right. Come around to the shoulders, they can go in and out. We can also go all the way around on a lovely soft ratchet joint. We have an upper bicep rotation. We have a bend at the elbow. We have a lower bicep rotation as well, which is a very welcome addition. We have a rotation on the hand. These three fingers are locked together. This finger is double jointed, pretty much like the MP10. And we can close that fist off. You can pop the chest up to get an ab rocker as well, although I think it is designed to be locked into place. We do have a waist rotation, goes around there quite nice and freely. The hip skirts do move up, and they do kind of come out as well. They're kind of spring-loaded in there, so we can bend the legs up nice and high. We can bring them all the way around to the back. There is a ball joint in there as well as a ratchet. We also have a nice bend at the knee, as well as a rotation at the knee. It's really nice to have rotation here and here, so we can rotate the legs accordingly. We have forwards and backwards on the feet, as well as some scary pivoting action. He's a scarily well-balanced figure. You can get him in some really nice kind of running poses. He's got so much weight distribution around by those legs. You can just get him in some incredible poses. For a big guy, that's close enough. Now, something I particularly love about this figure that I've complained about in other reviews, it may seem absolutely unnecessary to you, but there's a lot of clicks in the ratchets in the thighs, so you don't have to go from being straight here to like straight out here. You've got so many options in between, so you can just break up the stance gradually. Some of them will just have one click here and then one click out here, and that's way too wide. You don't want to have a really wide stance. You want it to look as natural as possible. And with a double bend as well, you can get some really natural posing. Just to give you an idea of scale, I think he scales pretty well with the Masterpiece line. He's a tad shorter than MP10, but what he lacks in that height, he definitely makes up for in stature. All of the attributes like the arm length, the legs, they're all pretty much the same. It's literally just that hunched, beefed out shoulder which changes the height of him, and I honestly think it works. Prime stands approximately 8.5 inches tall. That's about 22 centimeters. Now, I honestly can't wait for the final product to be released. It is a glorious figure. I can't stress that enough. It's refreshing to see a different design and a retake on the Titanium series. Dreamwave did some pretty good comics, and The War Within especially was one of my favourites. Now, they're already shown off. They're going to be giving us a Megatron. They're going to be giving us a Grimlock. That is going to sell out like wildfire. I hope we get figures like Jetfire, Starscream, The Fallen. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Until then, this guy's going to be going on my Fall of Cybertron shelf, but I'm hoping the Spark Toys keeps popping these out, keeps knocking them out of the park, and I'm going to have a whole War Within shelf. So, there we have it, guys and gals. Thanks again to the guys over at Luna Toy Store for loaning me this product to give you guys a nice early look at what Spark Toys has to offer. Final thoughts, the figure itself is ridiculously well made. It's a fantastic first venture for this company. They have done a sterling job. It looks and feels incredible, definitely up there with some of the big boys. Yes, they haven't got any die cast in the figure, but that doesn't make it any worse than any of the Fans Toys or Make Toys products. I would have liked a little bit more range of motion on the head, and maybe possibly a clip on that backpack just to secure the kibble at the base. But that being said, that is literally just nitpicking. The figure itself is glorious. Really does remind me of kind of a cross between the MP10 and that Galaxy Force Cybertron Optimus Prime. They really have captured Don Figueroa's image of Optimus, and I truly can't wait for the rest of the line to be produced. Thanks for watching. If you found the video useful, give it a big thumbs up, share and subscribe. And until next time, from myself, and Alpha Pack, goodbye.